Imagine if you could blink and be on the other side of the world. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But what if I told you teleportation might just be possible? Now don't get too excited. We're not talking Star Trek or Harry Potter here. We're talking about real-world science, not fiction. Could we ever convert ourselves into bits of information, zip through the ether and reassemble elsewhere? It's a tantalizing question, isn't it? Stick around, because we're about to dive into the quantum world where teleportation might not be as far-fetched as you think. Welcome to the quantum world, a place where things get a little weird. Now, we're not talking about strange in the sense of aliens or unexplainable phenomena. No, quantum world weirdness is a different kind of oddity. It's a realm where the rules of classical physics take a backseat and the unbelievable becomes the everyday. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of quantum mechanics. This fascinating field of study examines the behaviors of particles at the smallest scales. In this world, particles like electrons and photons can be in many places at once, a phenomenon known as superposition. Imagine being at home, at work, and on a tropical island all at the same time. That's the life of a quantum particle for you. And then there's the concept of quantum entanglement. This is when two particles become so deeply linked that the state of one instantly influences the other, no matter the distance between them. It's like having a twin who feels your joy or pain, even if they're on the other side of the planet. This instantaneous connection defies the speed of light, a fundamental limit in Einstein's theory of relativity. It's so peculiar that Einstein himself called it spooky action at a distance. But why does all this matter? Well, these quantum quirks are the building blocks for the science fiction dream of teleportation. In the quantum realm, information about a particle's state can be instantly transferred from one place to another, paving the way for potential teleportation. It's not about physically moving the particle, but about transmitting its properties and recreating it elsewhere. So, in the quantum world, teleportation isn't just a magic trick, but a scientific possibility. Intrigued yet? Ever heard of Bitportation? No, it's not a new dance move, but it might just be the key to teleportation. Bitportation, it sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? But this concept isn't just a figment of the imagination. It's a very real process that could be the key to making teleportation possible, at least in some form. So let's break it down. What exactly is bitportation? It's a process that involves converting an object into information, transmitting that information to a new location, and then recreating the object at that new location. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's a bit more complex than that. But the amazing thing is, we already have the technology to make this happen. Think about it. We can already convert physical objects into digital information. We do it all the time. When you take a photo with your smartphone, you're converting a three-dimensional scene into a two-dimensional digital file. When you design an object in a 3D modeling software, you're creating a digital representation of a physical thing. And transmitting information, that's something we're all too familiar with. Every time you send an email, post a photo on social media, or stream a video online, you're transmitting information from one place to another. Now, the final step, recreating the object at a new location, that's where things get a bit tricky. But we're already on the right path. With the advent of 3D printing technology, we've taken the first steps into the world of manufacturing objects from digital information. Sure, we're still a long way from teleporting a cup of coffee from your kitchen to your home office, let alone teleporting humans. But the foundations of bitportation are already here. And with the pace of technological advancements, who knows where we could be in a few decades. So teleportation might not be teleportation as we know it, but bitportation is a pretty cool alternative, don't you think? So, we've got this crazy concept of bitportation, but what can we do with it? Well, let's dive right into the future and explore some potential applications of bitportation. Imagine a world where space travel is as easy as pressing a button, No more rocket launches, no more multi-year voyages to reach Mars. With Bitportation, we could convert a Mars rover into digital information, transmit it across the vast expanse of space, and recreate it on the Martian surface. It would be an astronomical leap in how we explore the universe, opening up new worlds and possibilities. But let's not stop at space travel. What about instant delivery of goods? Forget about waiting for 2-day shipping. With Bitportation, your new smartphone or pair of sneakers could be converted into data, transmitted and reassembled in your living room in mere seconds. It could revolutionize commerce, making global supply chains a thing of the past. And then there's the big one: human transportation. Yes, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but Bitportation could, in theory, make it possible. You could have breakfast in New York, Bitport yourself to Paris for lunch, and be back home in time for dinner. No more long-haul flights, no more jet lag, just instant, effortless travel. Of course, we'll need a lot more technological advancements before we start teleporting humans. And there are plenty of ethical and philosophical questions to ponder, but the potential is there, and that's exciting enough for now. So, Bitportation might seem like a wild concept, but the future often is. It's about dreaming big and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. With Bitportation, the possibilities are as endless as our imagination. Scene script. Teleporting an apple is one thing, but teleporting a human? Now that's a whole different ballgame. You see, teleporting a person isn't as simple as it sounds. It goes beyond the technical challenges of breaking down and reassembling a human body atom by atom. There are also ethical and philosophical considerations that come into play. First off, let's consider the philosophical aspect. When we teleport a human, we essentially break them down into information and then recreate them elsewhere. But here's the million-dollar question. Is the recreated individual the same person as the original? If we duplicate a person's body, their memories and their personality, have we duplicated the person or have we simply created a new one? Then there's the ethical side of things. The concept of teleportation raises questions about the value and sanctity of human life. If a teleportation attempt goes wrong, leading to a person's death, who's responsible? Moreover, if we can duplicate a person, does that mean we can also destroy the original without consequence? But don't lose heart. These are complex issues, but they're not insurmountable. As our understanding of the quantum world deepens, our ability to grapple with these questions will grow. We're already seeing fascinating developments in the field of quantum ethics, a discipline dedicated to addressing these very concerns. Furthermore, technological advancements could help us navigate these challenges. For instance, we might develop safe fail-safes to prevent teleportation accidents or create laws governing the use of teleportation technology. The future of teleportation is undoubtedly exciting, but it's also fraught with challenges. As we stand on the precipice of this new era, we must tread carefully, balancing our ambition with our responsibility to uphold human dignity and life. So while we might not be ready to teleport humans just yet, who knows what the future holds? So there you have it. Teleportation might not be as far off as we once thought. As we've seen, the quantum world truly is a realm of endless possibilities. Just imagine, one day we could be converting objects into digital information and sending them across the globe in an instant. That's the power of Bitportation. And while it's still more of a concept than a reality, the pieces are starting to fall into place. Remember how we talked about the potential applications of teleportation in space travel? The idea that we could potentially send resources or even humans to far-off planets is nothing short of mind-boggling. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it could actually become a reality in the not-too-distant future. Of course, there are still plenty of hurdles to overcome. Teleporting a human is a whole different ballgame. The ethical and philosophical considerations are enormous. And that's not to mention the technical challenge of recreating a human being at the molecular level. But hey, if there's one thing we've learned from exploring the quantum world, it's that the impossible might just be possible. Remember, in the quantum world, nothing is impossible, not even teleportation. So next time you're stuck in traffic, Just think of all the possibilities the future holds. Until then, keep dreaming and keep exploring.